This video from Sharp, we're taking a look at the perennial till problem of the reports not adding up and matching the actual take-ins that you've got in your till drawer. It's the most frequent question we get asked as till support people. It's a really tricky one to deal with. In the video, this is like a general video, obviously I'm using a specific till, the Sharp XE-A207, but the overall rules I use in the video as to how to get to the bottom of it. You can apply to any register. Obviously the button presses will be different, so this is the 207, so it's its own unique model, but it's kind of a general advice video of like pointers of what might be going wrong and how to regain trust in the register, I guess. What I'll do is at the end of this video I'll put up links to specific videos that will explain to you point by point what each line of the end of day report means, because there's quite a lot of things that can be going on if the till's not adding up correctly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to run an end of day report on this till and then kind of go through what's on it, why it's wrong, and then how I would try and diagnose what the big problem is. So the first thing to do, obviously I'm going to run the report. So on this till there's no key lock. I simply press the mode button and then I arrow down to line 4, which takes me into my X1 and Z1 mode. So if you've got a more traditional till, you'll have a key lock that'll either go to X or Z, and this is kind of like one of the regular causes of problems with till reports is running X reports instead of Z reports. So what I'll do on the 207, in the X1 Z1 mode you've got reading or resetting, so I'm quickly going to run a reading report. If you've got a more traditional cash register with a key lock, the report I'm running now is the equivalent of running the report in the X mode. So if you just imagine that I've run an X report instead of a Z report, and I'll just pop that out there here, and then I'll run if I come back one and now go into resetting and run a general resetting report. So this is the report that I should be running at the end of every day and the one I'm using to balance my till and check the takings are correct. So what can happen is, say for example, if I was working on Monday and at the end of Monday I ran the X report, so the reading report, what happens is I'll get exactly the same information that I get on the Z report, and I'll be able to balance the till and finish and everything will add up and be fantastic. Then if I'm off on Tuesday and someone else comes along and does the end of day Z report correctly, what they'll find is that because I ran the X report, which only reads the data rather than resets it, is they've got Monday and Tuesday's take-ins in one go, but they've only got the money for Tuesday. So that's one of the big things to be aware of. If I just show you how easy it is to happen, obviously on this particular till, because the X and Z are in the same position, it's actually really easy to do. Apart from the grand totals and where it says X and Z, the report information is identical. So you can see at the top there I've got Z and X, and then the grand totals on the Z one, but other than that the printout is the same, all the figures are exactly the same. So I could have cache up the till using the X mode, using the X report, but it would then make it wrong for the following day. So that's a common cause. Probably say it's one of the most common. If I now just come back to the main reg mode, well, if we now look and say that's not the problem, I've just got this end of day Z report and it just bears no relation to any totals I've got in the till. There's lots of figures on the till that don't mean anything to me, and lots of lines that I'm not sure what they are, and that total bears no relation to what's actually in the drawer. The best thing I do, the first thing I do, is to reset the till in terms of the sales report, and by all you need to do that is to just run another Z report. So on this machine it would be mode, X1 Z1 mode, TLNS, down to resetting for the Z, and then just run another Z report. Sounds crazy, but it's not at all. It's what we recommend you do. If you run the other Z report, you'll then see that the report is virtually blank. So other than your grand totals, which I can show you how to reset in a different video, then the till is at 0. So what you've got to do now is prove to yourself that the till's adding up correctly. So if we come back to the reg mode, what I'll do is I'll put a £10 sale through each of my first 4 departments. Subtotal, and then cash that off, so that's £40 gone into the till. And then I'll do £10 through departments 5, 6 and 7 and 8, and I'll pay for that by card. So this is my charge 1 button. I'll now go to the Z mode, arrow down, resetting, general. You don't have to do this higher value, you could just put £1 through a couple of departments. What we're trying to do is to prove to ourselves that the fault is not with the report as such, it's more what's being put through the till by mistake. So we can see here at the top of this report, it's another Z report, so we know it's reset, and we can run another Z to prove that shortly. We've got department 1, goods VAT, £10, so it's, and 1, so that Q there is a quantity of 1, £10. The 12.5% must be the percentage of the sales that we've just put through, how many have gone through that department. So what we should find, if you remember I put £10 through each department, all those figures are going to be 1, quantity 1, value £10, 12.5%, and that's repeated for all the departments, the 8 departments. And then we get a department total there of £80 and then 100%. We've got a net 1 of £80, that means our net sales was £80, so that's correct. And then I've got the tax breakdown, so tax can get confusing, but here my first 4 departments are all at tax rate 1, which I'm in the UK, so that's 20%, and the till is set to add the VAT in, so when I sell £10 through a department, that is inclusive of any VAT. So that figure there, that's £6.67, means that it must be £33.33 plus VAT, and that adds up to 40, so that's correct. I've then got tax 2 at 5%. It's got the tax 2 total, so again it's the same equation. The total sales through the tax 2 departments was 40. The tax split's lower because obviously it's a much lower rate. And then what should happen is you should be able to add up the 71.43 with the tax total, and then that gets you to £80. So again, that would be 79. Yep, that's added up to 80. Guest 2, that just means I've served 2 people, so there were 2 separate sales. Paid total £80, average 40, because again it was £80 in total with over 2 sales. My cash is at 40, my check 1 is at 40, so we've got the till adding up. And then if I add another run another Z report, we can see it's set back to 0. So I now know, other than the grand totals, my till's back at 0, and I'm confident that it's adding up. There must be something else going on. So what I'd recommend you do now, you know you're back at 0, you can trade for the day, and then at the end of today you can run a X report and a Z report, and then go through it line by line, trying to establish, well, hopefully it'll add up and match what you've got in the drawer. If it doesn't, you've got a starting point where you know you're at 0. You can now dial into the report and kind of see, well, where is it going wrong? In my experience, it's often a cashier's made a mistake, perhaps without realising it, and it's possible to run a sale through the till, think you've cancelled it, and then because the customer's changed their mind and then you haven't, so then you've got an overring. It's really easy if you're busy using the register to make mistakes, but it's then trying to isolate where that's going on. So what I'll do now is I'll post some videos showing you line by line in detail on each of the popular Sharp tills what all these totals mean and how you get them. So I'll go through what RA means or what PO means, and then because that might not mean a lot to you, but those totals are affecting your cash in draw balance. So I'll show you what each means and then also how you generate them. So those videos are probably appearing on screen now, so you're welcome to check those out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube channel or visit sharphelp.co.uk for more. Thanks for watching.